So I briefly want to talk. I've been talking a lot of 12th house things, and I know it's helped a lot of you. So I love your comments and hearing, what you've experienced in your 12th house. And so one thing that I think I've said in another video before that I want to briefly talk about with our experiences is, at some point in time, you're going to have to show your boundaries, okay? Because the 12th house does not have boundaries. And so the experience, again, we look at the house can tell us the experience someone might have. Your experience might be one in which it feels like people don't think you have any, or people don't view you as someone who has any, or because you are 12th house, and because even if you're a Capricorn or an earth sign or whatever, there's this kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? I want to say this word. I'm thinking of a word. Like, let me say this. It's kind of like this maybe ephemeral type of energy around you where people don't know where you fit. And as I've said before, people are going to try to put you in some type of category. And because 12th house people don't engage in conflict, or they're so to themselves because we want to know ourselves. We're comfortable, even when we are either forced into isolation or we are in isolation, we know ourselves really well. And they don't realize that. And some of you don't realize that you know yourself very well. The more time you spend on your own. Now, again, it doesn't mean we should stay isolated. We need human interaction. But you'll have a lot of experiences where people get mad at you for standing up for yourself, because the 12th house has this kind of universal acceptance. And when people view you as being accepting, and some of you have to watch out for this if you have your Venus in the 12th house, especially, and when you start to dive into partnerships, because a lot of times people will view it as, oh, they're so open. Oh, this person's, they're cool. And they might even actually like you, but they won't respect your boundaries because they're going to think that you're down for anything. And so, as you know, the 12th house can deal with enemies, hidden enemies. And so, again, that's more of a traditional mindset. But with that said, a lot of times you're going to see people who put you in a certain category. And then when you stand up for yourself, they're going to try to make you a bad person because they have created their own version of you, because you need to step out into reality. What I mean when I say the 12th house doesn't exist, I have that video. Maybe I'll link it below. People are trying to create reality, right? People are obsessed with reality. We live in reality, right? And yes, we can do other spiritual practices and things that take us out of reality, right? Or into an alternate reality, right? We can, some of y'all know what I'm talking about. But the thing here is that they're trying to create reality. People have a hard time with 12th house people because they want to create reality. And they need reality to match a certain box. And when you don't fit that box, people are going to say, but wait, you have to have a category. You have to be a certain thing. You can't be complex. You can't be multi-layered. Wait a minute. You're an introvert. How dare you stand up for yourself? You will have these experiences, especially if you're a 12th house person and you identify as an introvert. People are going to, I'm telling you, when I've seen this happen, I don't have a lot of conflict in my life. But when I do, it's always because somebody thinks that I'm not allowed to stand up for myself. And when I do, oh, why would you do that? I'm the bad guy, right? Because they have placed you in a box. And when you get out of that box, they're like, no, I'm gonna stuff you back in. How dare you? How dare you? And so sometimes it is important for us to show people our own boundaries. We have to show people who we are, what we will accept, what we won't accept. You'll even see on my channel, I have certain disclaimers that I have, because there are certain things where I'm like, listen, this is not a debate channel. There are plenty of people online that you can debate. Go join a debate club. Go talk to your uncle that likes to debate politics. Do what you need to do. But I have to put boundaries even on my channel and even in my real life, my other activities with people. I can't do this at this time because of this, or I can't do this at this time of that, or, if somebody tries to, Now, the interesting thing is I don't have too many experiences with people intentionally being negative towards me, because I think the 12th house makes you really honest. I guess I would say the 12th house makes you kind of like humble in a way where like you don't come off too strong. Like even when you're trying to come on strong, 12th house people, you can get away, I wouldn't say you can get away with it, but like you're not going to be viewed, even when you have those bad experiences with people, you're not going to be viewed negatively all the time. Like you're not going to view you as a bad person. Oh, they're over demanding. Oh, they're this, they're that. But you might have these instances where people come at you for standing up for yourself or having boundaries, or because they think that you're supposed to be weak, meek, and demure. And it doesn't mean you have to be a firecracker all the time, but it means that when you are comfortable with yourself, you don't feel the need to express to others as much sometimes, right? So it's like my inner world, I create my world, and then what I want to show you as a 12th house person, I show you. I pick and choose. The problem sometimes can be people want to choose for you. They think, again, my guys, you have to understand, like, the 12th house perception is they can't see these things about you. So because, and some of y'all have really powerful planets hidden in your 12th house, but people can't see that. People can't see that. And because people can't see what's in your 12th house until you bring it out to the open, you know, you're sometimes going to have those experiences where you're like, people try to create certain boxes for you. And the minute you step out, even if you aren't even starting any drama, the minute you step out, the minute you say, no, I'm not doing that, or no, that's not for me, or that's not what I want, or actually, I'm going to, you know, people have an issue with that. Oh, well, why are you getting so mad? Why are you getting so offended? Why'd you, because, wait. You think you can say, they think they can say whatever they want to say to you. And some people might watch this who aren't 12th house people. This is, I mean, I really think this is anybody who doesn't feel the need to wear everything they do, say, or want on their sleeve. And because people desperately need in society, and I get it, we need to know what to call things. I have to call this a cup. I have to call it a pen. And I do think in some aspects in life, categories do help us distinguish certain things. But the problem with this sometimes is that people want to create your reality for you. And they assume things. You don't share your spiritual beliefs out loud. They're going to assume you don't have any instead of asking you questions. Or when you don't stand, like if you're a quiet person, you're not getting in conflict. You're not even in that drama. You know people in drama. And I'm sorry, as an adult, I can't do drama. So that's why even on my channel, there's just certain things I have to put a limit to because I'm just like, yo, this is not the life I lead. I don't know what life some of y'all lead. Y'all probably arguing up in your house every 5 seconds. You arguing with your parents. You arguing with your sister, your brother. You arguing with your kids. You just arguing. You in conflict. You in constant chaos. I can't do that. I cannot. And the interesting thing is I can be very, what's the word? I can stand up for myself, and I can sometimes be very demanding in some aspects, but it's not about me being conflict because I, you know, some placements showing a little bit of being demanding. But here's the thing though. I don't do chaos. I don't do drama in my adult life. I watch it on TV. And so sometimes other people are used to that in their life. And then when you don't do that, they think you can't stand up for yourself because you're not constantly fighting and bickering and doing all this stuff. They assume I can do whatever I want to them. And then when you say, no, you can't say that to me. No, you can't do that to me. I'm standing up for myself. It's a problem. And again, that's an experience a lot of people have. And it could be 12th house related. Maybe you're a Neptune heavy person. Remember, you're simply a Pisces. There's something relating to this. Or you're just an introvert and you can relate to this. This concept of people will want to mold you into their reality based on what they think you should be. And they will take pieces of you and think that's who you are. But especially if you have a sun in the 12th house, it's not. Your full identity is in the 12th house. And there's certain levels to me that I don't think anybody will ever know. Even the people close to me. There's bits and pieces. Now I'm a Virgo, I compartmentalize a lot of stuff. So it's like people know me and people close to me know me, but it's like there's so many other things going on in here that I don't express or that I express for certain people or things like that. And so because people don't see it, again, they're going to make a lot of assumptions and they want to create their reality for you. And I just think the goal is for you to create your own reality. You are who you are. And even if you have 12th house placements, we somehow have to exert, yeah, who we are. Assert. I mean, exert is a word too, but I mean, assert. Assert who you are. Who are you? Who am I? And that's why I said, even with this channel, I've had to do disclaimers and I've had to be like, this is what I had to have boundaries of like, we're not arguing on this channel. We're not bashing signs on this channel. We're not playing this game of going back and forth with me because at the end of the day, you know, I'll just block you and you can go on your way. Because there's certain things I don't want to put my energy into because it's a waste of time. You know what I mean? But that is what you will experience most likely as a 12th house person. So it's really important just to like assert yourself when needed. Don't worry about being the bad guy, because you have to create other people's perception of you. And if you want that respect, or you want whatever it is, you do sometimes have to assert it more, because people can't see what's in your 12th house. And it's kind of our job to bring that out, and also have the confidence that we don't have to yield. A lot of times 12th house people can feel guilt. Oh, was I too mean? Did I say that a certain way? Mercury especially. Oh, I didn't mean to say it like that. Are they going to take it this way? I wasn't trying to be mean. But you have to learn sometimes that you have to say what you have to say and just leave it at that.